Well, good evening. If anyone has joined us just now, we are just preparing ourselves for Radio GH and Galway Music Special Remembrance Day concert. And it's just taking a wee bit longer setting up to make sure that we have everything running. We want to make sure everything's running out to Radio GH, which is on the website, and we're also broadcasting on the Facebook page, the YouTube page of Galway Music, and that is shared to Radio GH's page. And feel free to share the page. We're just working to make sure that everyone is able to watch the show as much as they wish to do so. So bear with us, and the show will start very, very shortly. I can see Derek in the back room there. Can I get a thumbs up if everything's okay, Derek? Right, okay, that's fine. Okay, then we'll begin. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Radio GH Special Remembrance Day concert here on many sort of platforms all over the place. We've got YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and hopefully broadcasting on air to radiogh.co.uk. But we're going to start off by taking a short minute to remember those who gave up their lives many years ago to this day. Yes, as we pay our tributes there and play The Last Post and remember those who gave up their lives. Well, thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. It's this is all something new to me. We're actually broadcasting right now alongside all the social media platforms. We're broadcasting this to radiogh.co.uk to allow as many people as possible to pay their tributes tonight. And we're going to have a selection of music, hopefully something that you'll all be able to sing along to or spend a moment and relate. Derek's waving at me saying stop. 2 seconds, we'll go. Hello. 2 seconds, we'll go. I can't hear you. 2 seconds, I'll get. Oh, echo is back. Why have we got an echo? I'm not sure why we've got an echo. Not a good start. Okay, I'm going to have to I don't want to exit this one. Let's think. Okay, bear with me, everyone. Peter Ray says it's perfect here on Facebook. Are you getting an echo? No one else is getting an echo? So that could be that you're in the back room here, Derek. That's the only thing I can presume. Go have a quick listen on Facebook here. 2 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, okay, here on Facebook. Right, okay, we're going to make a start. Sorry about that, people. Derek's going to have an echo for the whole night, personally, but I'm sure he can maybe take his headphones off. Or if he listens through Facebook, Derek, instead, you might enjoy the show. Right, off we go with our Remembrance Special. And we're going to start off with a wee set of sing-along tunes here. It's a long way to Tipperary. Pack up your troubles and don't dilly-dally. And then hopefully we'll be okay and get ourselves going. Right, here we go. There we go, a wee selection of sing-along tunes to start us off after the last post there. That was Long Way to Tipperary, Pack Up Your Troubles, and Don't Dilly-Dally. And I'm just going to say good evening at this point. Derek is in the back room tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to be helping me out, and hopefully you'll be able to see a few pictures as the show progresses. We're going to try and put pictures up for a story rather than me tell you about everything. So the next set is a wee set of reels here, and it's the reel of the 51st, which was devised in a prisoner of war camp during the war. And the original tune here is The Drunken Piper. He must have had a good good beer. I get thumbs up from Derek, so I think he's okay. The Man at the Loom, The Boy's Lament for the Dragon, and The Piper's Cave. And this, again, it was devised back in the war. The reel of the 51st Highland Division. And hopefully you'll see some pictures as this dance progresses. Just going to turn my own volume up here. Okay, a wee set of reels there for the reel of the 51st Division. Now, I have had one or two requests come in during the week. I don't know how that affected that. That shouldn't. I have had one or two requests come in over the course of the week, and I will do my best to play. That's what's wrong. I'll do my best to play one or two tonight. But the first one comes from a lady down in Kelso. And as I just set myself up. Like I say, this is all very new tonight, but hopefully it should all come out okay in the end. Okay, this comes from Eileen Hogarth, and this is probably the most difficult request that I'm going to have tonight, Eileen, but I feel that I'm going to do my best to play at least half of this. It's a really tricky piece, but it's called, it's the Enigma Variations, this one, and it is Nimrod. And you've asked if I could please play Nimrod on Wednesday night, as it was your late husband's favourite, being an ex-RAF and very much involved with the British Legion. That's the Royal British Legion down in Kelso. So I'll do my very best at this, and I did get a few messages saying please try and not make us cry tonight. Unfortunately, I can't make any promises. So here we go, a wee burst of Enigma, and I'll see how I get on. That's just a short piece. The reason, like I said, it's a very, very difficult piece of music to play, and hopefully you'll be able to reflect and have some thoughts with that piece of music. Okay, Down at the Old Bull and Bush. This was a rather older tune, possibly it was in the middle, sort of more famous in the middle between World War One and Two, but it's Down at the Old Bull and Bush, and there will be a picture up here at some point of the Old Bull and Bush. But these are great tunes, and the other one is After the Bong. But I like playing the full version of After the Bong because it's a really lovely piece of music. So I'm sure you can sing along to this one and join in. Here we go, a selection of tunes, very sort of well-known sing-along ones. Oh, that's better, put my seat up. Nice to see everyone tuned on, and I hope that you're all enjoying the show, this special Remembrance show here on Radio GH, and all over the place tonight, I believe. But it's great that you're here, and it's great that we can all spend an hour and a half and remember together. Here we go with a wee selection of tunes here, starting with the British Grenadiers. A wee selection of tunes, the British Grenadiers, the Dambusters March. We had another one in there that I added in just off the cuff. It was the theme tune from The Great Escape. The only thing I forgot to do was whistle. Yes, Derek's doing a great job behind the scenes here. I don't know if he quite realised what I had planned for him tonight until about quarter to 9. When I asked him to pop on, and he's seen all the pictures. But I can see him there, so if I give him a wave, I know he can wave back. And at the end of the show, we might even get Derek to come in and give us a wee hello. I'm sure he will. I don't know if it'll work or not, but we can only try it later on. Okay, next up is a two-step. This is a great two-step that always reminds me of marching. It's called Stepping It Lightly, and it was written by John Renton, a great accordionist, and has played for many years in the Scottish country dance scene, but everywhere else. But Stepping It Lightly, so you can imagine them all marching to this wee tune here. A really good tune here. Oh, here we go. nice selection, a two-step called Stepping It Lightly by John Renton. And as I said, it just reminds me a wee bit of the old marching, and certainly done plenty of that as a cadet in the Sea Cadets when I was younger. I used to take part in all those events. Now, this isn't quite enough bars here for a Mississippi Dip, but it's a really good selection of tunes here. It's a selection of tunes that I bought from an antique shop up in Dufftown. It was just outside Dufftown, and it's 3 pieces of music. I've got Sixpence, the Sergeant Major's Serenade, and the Fleets in Port Again. And I managed to find the images here as well, so you'll be able to see some of the old sheet music. But here we go. You can try a Mississippi Dip, but you'll have to make something up for the extra bars at the end. We got there. The Fleets in Port Again. I think that's a great tune at the end. But changing the tempo again. And someone that was a very iconic figure back in the early years was Vera Lynn. And we'll have a few tunes here by Vera. But we're going to start off with Vera's more common, well-known tune, The White Cliffs of Dover. And some nice pictures here. Like I said, I'll try my best to fit requests in. Hopefully I've got them in the list, but it's going to be very difficult tonight. Lots going on. Thanks to everyone that's tuned in so far. Across all three platforms, there's 370 people, plus all our listeners on radiogh.co.uk. So welcome to our, I guess this is kind of like our first, this is like a broadcast. I'm starting to get a bit warm here. But the next one's the White Cliffs of Dover, and I'm sure you can all join in. The White Cliffs of Dover by the wonderful Vera Lynn. There's something that you'll always hear at the side of usually a war memorial as we remember on Remembrance Day, and normally played by a piper. And this is the closest I could get to one, but we're going to have a wee rendition here, hopefully, of the Flowers of the Forest. Flowers of the Forest. Okay, back to our tunes here. The sort of medleys, all the tunes that you'll know. A lot of them are done to dances nowadays, and probably the most popular dance that this is done to is, again, a Mississippi dip. So any Mississippi dip dancers in tonight for our Remembrance Special show are going to be dipped out by the end. I'd like to make a special mention at this point also to Laura MacLeod. Laura has been fundraising for Poppy Scotland on behalf of her granddad, and she's made a fantastic figure. I've written a wee banner along the bottom. The only thing is I've not had time to post the link up, so hopefully the link can get put up at some point. But Laura's done a fantastic job. She's beaten her target, but let's keep her going. Let's keep her getting those great funds, which will all be passed on to Poppy Scotland. And I'm happy for all donations to be advertised for Laura tonight and passed on for a great service. Okay, here's a tune here, another march called Colonel Bogey's March. And I'm sure you'll recognise this. There we go, the Carol Bogies March. And yes, I thought some comments might appear with that one. Yes, other words mentioned. Okay, next up, a wee selection of retreat marches. And we've got the Scottish Soldier, the Battle's Hour, and I See Mull, and many tunes like that. When you're marching behind a pipe band or you're standing, the sound of the bagpipes coming down the street, you'll not miss them. a wee selection of retreat marches. We move on to our next selection, and it's a wee army medley. One of the big parts of certainly the Second World War was the Home Guard, Warmington-on-Sea. It's one of the best films that I watched growing up as a young lad, was Dad's Army. So here we've got two marches. It's This Is the Army, Mr. Jones, and quite fitting there if you think about Lance Corporal Jones. And then the second one has to be the well-known Dad's Army. And just to finish that set off, we'll fit in Run Rabbit, Run Rabbit, Run 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 as we play the set. So here we go. This is the Army, Mr. Jones. There we go, a wee medley. Some nice comments coming there. You can always remember the part in Dad's Army when he says, "Don't tell him, Pike," is the bit when the submariners, and he sings a rather rude tune at the top of the ladders, and he says, "Your name will also go on the list," and his name did go on the list. Okay, the next one I'm going to dedicate to anyone related to the Royal Navy, the RNR, or anything to do with the sea. Because this is one that stands out for me. It's called Officer of the Day. It's a wee two-step. The OOD. And I've got very little notes here because it's all faded out, but hopefully it'll work and we'll have a wee two-step here. Officer of the Day. The Officer of the Day. Great tune there, and always reminds me of a military type march as well. Okay, Sands of Kuwait. This is going further forward in the years on Remembrance Day. And we'll go play this one now. This is the Sands of Kuwait is related to the Gulf War, slightly later on in years, but again, serving personnel, many people involved, and a lovely piece of music, so I hope you enjoy this one. The lovely Sons of Kuwait. And thanks to Derek finding some extra pictures there, which is great. And that just reflects that it's not only about remembering those that we sacrificed many years ago, but also there's people today also working away and protecting us and looking after us. And I know that a few of my friends have just recently been deployed, and we must remember them as well. Next up is Keep the Home Fires Burning Till the Boys Come Home. So here's we'll do it twice through for this one, and then our next one is a wee song and tune, very well known, and as soon as I play it you'll think of the soldier that it relates to. But in the meantime, first of all, it's here's to Keep the Home Fires Burning. bonfires burning. Okay, changing the tone again, and we're going to remember Private Willie McBride, a well-known tune, song, piece of music at this time of year, and it's the green fields of France. We get the right button. Here we go. Yes, Eric Bogon sang that, and hundreds of people. It's a wonderful piece of music, and very hard to make that one sound like it probably would on the accordion, but there we go. Now, next up, we're going back to the 40s big band, as I've got the style here, and this style is actually perfect for what I'm about to do. This is a wee medley of two pieces of music that Glenn Miller played, and then we're going to go into a Glenn Miller medley after this selection of tunes. But this is a Nightingale sang in Berkeley Square, and not too long ago, Dad asked me if I'd come across a piece of music called I Know Why and So Do You, and it was played by Glenn Miller on YouTube, and managed to get the dots, and I think they go really well together, both of the same era. So I hope you enjoy them both. It's Nightingale sang in Berkeley Square, and I Know Why, and So Do You. There we go. I'm going to dedicate that one to Mum and Dad at home. Thanks for finding that one, Dad. It's a cracking tune, a really lovely tune as well. Also, I'd like to say at this point and dedicate that to Norman up in Largo Ward. Norman and Moira's tuned in tonight, and earlier on in the week I got a very special message saying please could I dedicate one of the tunes to Norman. It's his birthday today, and it would be great if you could all wish Norman a happy birthday, and hopefully we'll all be dancing again up at Largo Ward very soon. Right. The next one, I did say I'll do a Glenn Miller sort of medley to follow that, and hopefully I get the right button here. Right, here we go. There we go, a wee mixture of some tunes there by Glenn Miller. So we're getting ever near the ender of the programme tonight, but we've still got a few more to go. The next one I'm going to dedicate to two people. Again, there's some pictures here. I don't know if I'm just going to jump in here, Derek, for them. We've got two messages I got. One was from Fiona Nicklin asking me to dedicate a tune from the Navy to Reg Earnshaw. That's Reg. Reg died 14 years young back on the 6th of July 1941. And Fiona asked if I would dedicate one to him. Also, Clive and Val Butterworth were tuned in. Now, Clive's asked me if I would remember his uncle on the Remembrance Day programme, who is Sub-Lieutenant Ernest Jackson of the Royal Naval Reserve. The Sea Fury that he was flying was lost on Sunday, the 21st of November 1954, and he was only 19 years old. And the picture there. So we'll have a wee naval medley here. We'll do the Hearts of Oak, which is the tune for the Royal Navy, and the Royal Marines Regimental March to follow. Royal Marines Regimental March, and Hearts of Oak there, playing that one for memories of Reg and Ernest. Now, the next one I decided I would add into this programme because I feel it's quite an apt piece of music for the current theme that's going on around the whole of the world. And everyone's got them somewhere in the house. I've got one up on my wall here, but we're going to have a wee rendition of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And Derek, for this one, there's a video called Poppies, and I'll let you start that whenever you like, Derek. But this one's a nice piece of music. Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Lovely piece of music, that Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Time for a wee military march here now, and it's well known. It's Old Comrades, and quite often get asked for this one. It's a good piece of music. Okay, here we go. Old Comrades. Again then, here we go. Our old Comrades, and as Derek posted, great pictures. Certainly the one on the beach there, I really liked that one. And we must all stick together. But unfortunately, we've got the second last one. Before I play the second last one, I'd like to mention the MG Trad Awards. I know that 99.9999% probably know about it now. But me and Derek and all the radio presenters here at Radio GH are absolutely delighted and honoured to be up for a nomination in the Trad Award in the media category. And if you haven't spared a vote for Radio GH, please consider it. We will be very grateful, and we'll keep doing what we do here on Radio GH, and I'll keep playing as long as I can. But if you can't, that would be much appreciated. Again, back to Laura. If you're able to donate to Poppy Scotland tonight for Laura's fundraiser, the link was posted earlier on by Dorothy. Thank you very much, Dorothy, for posting that link. And we come to the second last one, like I said, before you need your hankies. You don't need them yet. And we've returned to Vera Lynn for We'll Meet Again, and I hope that we do. I hope that we meet again very, very soon. So we're going to have We'll Meet Again, and then after that we'll have our wee sort of remembrance selection where you might need your hankies or your tissues. But here we go, We'll Meet Again. We'll meet again, and I hope we will. Remember, there's plenty of shows on Radio GH all year round, 24 hours a day, and 7 days a week. And we'll love to hear where you're listening from on Radio GH. As we always ask you where you're listening, so maybe you could let us know where you're listening from while we do these free pieces of music together. And before we finish off again, thanks to Derek. I'm going to invite Derek in after this selection of tunes. I don't know if he can put a thumbs up on it. I don't know if he wants me to turn the radio bit off at 10:30. I don't know if he's got a program scheduled or if it can stay on or not. He's quite happy. We'll invite Derek in after. So just before we finish off with our remembrance section, I just want to reiterate these words again. They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. And age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. And at the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. And I'm going to leave you with 3 pieces of music here that I think are probably the most powerful ones to end this. The Band of Brothers, I Vow to Thee My Country, and as I always call it, Sunset. It's called Retreat, and that's normally when we see the colours going down at the end of the show. And thanks very much again for listening on radiogh.co.uk if you've tuned in tonight. It's been great to have your company, and this is a trial, I guess, because we've got Hogmanay to do soon. But also thanks to everyone on YouTube, Twitch and Facebook and anywhere else that you might be listening in tonight. Band of Brothers. Well, there we have it. Thank you very much for tuning in to our Remembrance Special here on Radio GH. I don't know how this is going to work, but hopefully if I add you to the stream, Derek, you'll be able to say hello, and hopefully I'm going to do two quick things here.
Well,
I'm going to unplug my radio, my
quick as
mixing
you
desk,
can.
and I'm going to turn you up. So, and I'm going to turn the echo cancellation. See the stuff that's involved in this technology.
I know.
And then if I speak to you through this one.
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
Yes,
Loud
yes, I'm
and
sure.
clear. Thank you very much for all your help tonight.
No problem. A great show, first class, absolutely excellent. I was almost in tears at one stage.
Would you want me to stop? No, it's been really good to do, and like I said to everyone that tuned in tonight, this is a learning curve for both of us.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It is a total learning curve for everybody. We're getting there. You know, things are moving in the right direction.
I'm going to put it up one more time. I'm just typing it in here. A wee post to Laura McLeod's Poppy fundraiser, just for anyone else that would like to help Laura smash that target and help her and her granddad and everyone involved.
Yeah, she's doing well. She's moved her target up 3 times and she's surpassed every one of them. She's really doing well, and it's in remembrance really, or it's in place of her grandpa, who every year spends a lot of time collecting money in the supermarkets and in the streets and so forth. And this year, of course, he hasn't been able to do that. And I mean, for a man of his age, it is a hard job to stand there. So Laura just felt that because he wasn't able to do it, she might just help her grandpa out. And she's done a marvellous thing. So if you've got a spare £1 in your pocket, just stick it into Laura's account. That would be great.
Thanks for doing that one there. I'm sitting trying to sort this mixing desk out. Well, hopefully you'll all join us again on Hogmanay. We might have to have a wee practice before then, I think.
I think we might, because your voice has just disappeared almost.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. Anyway, we'll sort it out at some point, yes.
Hopefully that's better. Yes. Okay, well, I don't think anyone can hear me anymore, so I'll just say thanks very much. I'm sure you can echo my thanks, Derek. For the
yes. To everybody that tuned in, to everybody that listens on a regular basis, to everybody who you might tell to listen on a regular basis, that's great. Thanks very much to each and every one of you. Thanks very much.
Thanks very much. Good night.
Night, folks. Night.